Hi, I just thought I'd do a little update on, or a little overview of my very small scale solar equipment I have in my workshop. I use three solar panels. I've got 100 watts coming in here. It comes in on these. I've got a 25 watt coming on here and a 40 watt coming here. So totals around 165 watts. Not a huge amount, but actually perfectly adequate for what I need, even in the winter. I use my solar power just to basically charge smart devices and my power tool batteries, which are here. These are, well, they call them 20 volts. I'm guessing they're 18 volts nominal, which seems to be what they are. But to charge these from my 12 volt system, I have to use a DC to DC converter, which is here. It used to have a display on the screen there, but it actually seems to have gone wrong. But these are about £3, so yes, it's no wonder it's gone wrong. It is outputting 21 volts, which is actually what this charger, the twin charger, needs, so that it can charge these batteries up to around 21 volts. As you can see, the lights are solid, which means it's actually charged these batteries, and these are be at just under 21 volts at the minute. I've got three PWM5 charge controllers coming in here on my three sets of panels. They're currently showing around 13.8 volts ish, and I'm drawing just a couple of watts from the solar. This is on the solar inputs between the solar panels and the battery. So if I increase the load on the battery, and there's power available from the solar, the power here will increase. This is the total it's received in kilowatt hours, actually in watt hours, since I last reset it, which was only a few weeks ago. Everything is fused. These are all outputs. So the three items I've got connected are on these fuses here. One of them being this DC to DC converter, and then I've got some outputs which are on the others. I've got a master kill switch, which actually is between the battery and everything. So if I turn this to the left and pull the key out, it completely disables the battery, disconnecting it from the system. My outputs are here. I've got a dual USB. It's 5 volts, 2.1 amps. It's only standard USB. Doesn't do anything special. No USB 3 or anything like that. And I've got two standard kind of like what used to be cigarette lighters, but they're now car power sockets. This one I've not actually finished wiring up yet. It's just got a hole where there should be a switch. This one can be powered on, and as you see, it's got brighter. That's because it's driving my lights. It powers a 12 volt LED at the minute. And I've got two outputs which are 5.5, 2.1 power jacks. The left hand one is currently on some croc clips, so I can power just items straight from my battery. This one here goes to my Litocala Li 500 battery charger discharger. And I tend to use that for this thing here for 18650 charging discharging. I've also made this little take off, which is a bit of a dowel and some drawing pins, and these have got bare ends which I can actually solder straight to batteries should I need to, so that I can do flat packs as well from that. So that's a quick overview of my solar system. I do have two outputs here which I put in so that I can connect things before the solar charge controllers. So these will actually be working out nominal panel voltage, which can be anything up to, well, around 20 volts, depending on the state of charge of the battery. Being that these are on the PWM principle, when the battery voltage is low, the MOSFET effectively pulls the charge controller, pulls the panels down to battery voltage. But when the battery is fully charged and these enter PWM, hence the flashing, the panel voltage raises by a considerable amount, basically to to panel voltage, whatever that would be. So what I've done is I've linked them together on 3 Schottky diodes, so that I can have basically a full panel voltage output straight to these two 4mm banana jacks here. I can use that for various outputs. If I wanted to just get, say, an inverter in there, or I want to play with an MPPT charge controller, I can do that and have the system still charge my batteries. I have got plans to expand. I'm going to be putting more things in here. I've got plenty of spare area here as well. I'm thinking of installing, at this point here, I want to install a variable power output, similar to this DC-DC converter, but one that I can just turn with pots, so that I can have anything up to around, I think 60 volts is the one that I'm looking at. So I can output up to 60 volts at about 5 amps, which would be quite useful as a bench power supply. But that's going to be happening at a later date. So I just thought I'd have a quick little overview of my system. And obviously it saves me a bit of money because I don't have to pay to charge power tool batteries, these are the same batteries that actually do my mower and my strimmer and all of my power tools. So I charge them via solar. It takes approximately an hour to charge a pair of these, so it's not bad. It'll do it. So it's effective. Quite how good I've not tried it in the winter to charge these. These are quite juicy. But yeah, I would think it would work even in the winter. But obviously, there's no real need for lawn mowing in the winter, so it's kind of quite useful because you only need the power when you can generate it. So yeah, there you go, quick overview of my system. Thanks for watching.